All right, I'm back, and we're going to talk a little bit more about a hustle strategy. Well, two. We're going to cram them both in. The first one is driving around, and people call this driving for dollars, okay? This is usually very much related to bird dogging. And what bird dogging is you go out, you find a lead, and then you bring it to somebody else and you collect a fee. In the arc of real estate investing, many people start with bird dogging, driving for dollars, or knocking for dollars. What that is you go out, you find an ugly duckling, or you find a community where there's a couple of houses that have people living in it, but they're not as nice as the others around it, and you talk to the owners and you say if they're interested in possibly selling it, and you bring that lead to someone like me, and I buy the lead, or I buy the house, and I pay you a fee in the middle. That is what bird dogging is. And that's a strategy that works really well. Most of the people, now this is not a strategy that I've spent a ton of time on. I just don't like it, and it doesn't fit my personality. So I've learned in life you have to really focus on the things that you like and you're good at, and those usually are aligned. But for those of you who are really good at this, you can make a ton. Now, I will pay you a very princely ransom to find these types of deals, and especially if you do it and I don't have to. So it works. On most leads, we spend about $1,700 to get a deal, okay? So if it's direct mail, if it's internet marketing, if you blend it all together, it costs me roughly $1,700. If you wanted $1,000 to $1,500, that's not an outrageous sum to ask, and depending on your market, you might even get like $2 to $3 grand as a bird dog. So that's simply finding something, bringing the lead to somebody else. The two biggest ways to get successful bird dogging leads are either driving for dollars or door knocking. And they're basically the same thing. If you're driving around and you see a house that is in disrepair and it's in a good community, you come home, you skip trace it, you do some research, you find who the seller is, you get in touch with that person, and you put them in touch with someone like me, and you collect a fee. That's the first way to do it. The second way to do it is physically to door knock and talk to these people. If they're there, and then you make the same introduction you would make through, doing it on your computer at home. Either way, one's virtual, one's a little bit more personal. The people who are good at this make a fortune. The cool thing about this strategy is it requires you to use some of the skill set that you have inherently. If you're going to get in your car and you're going to drive, or if you're going to get in your car and you know you're going to knock on doors, you inherently have it. So go out and do it. Be passionate about it. Talk to people and tell them how you can help solve problems for them. Later in this series, we're going to talk about like the real key to selling and buying. And the key is not you, it's the person you're talking to. So if you can connect to them, you can help them solve problems, and you can put them in touch with somebody else who can solve those problems for them, you are going to make a ton of money in the middle as a bird dog. All right, we're going to talk another strategy here in a minute, but we'll see you soon.